The early morning sun cast a golden shimmer over the calm, winding river, painting the sky in hues of amber and rose. A gentle breeze carried the scent of water lilies and fresh earth, stirring the leaves on the overhanging branches. The world seemed hushed, like it, too, held its breath for something beautiful about to unfold. A small wooden boat glided smoothly on the water. In it sat Ariv and Mira, a married couple in their early 30s. They had been together for 8 years, married for 5. Life had moved fast after marriage, jobs, shifting cities, responsibilities, routines. Love, though always present, had settled into the quiet corners of life, like sunlight filtering through old curtains. But today was different. They were on a break from the bustle of city life, traveling through a countryside village known for its tranquil river and scenic beauty. The boat ride was Mira's idea. She had always loved nature, the way water moved, how the sky looked wider when reflected in the river. Arif had agreed with a casual smile, but something within him was already beginning to stir. As the boat moved further from the dock, silence wrapped around them, not awkward, but soft and peaceful. Arif watched Mira sitting opposite him, the morning light dancing on her hair. She was wearing a simple white cotton dress, her long black hair tied loosely in a braid. Her eyes, the same ones that once made his heart race, were lost in the landscape. And suddenly, as if the years melted into moments, he saw her, not just as his wife, but the woman he had fallen in love with long ago. She caught him staring and smiled. "What?" she asked, laughing lightly. "Nothing," Arv replied, his voice low, his smile shy like a teenager again. "Just looking at you." She blushed, looking down. That blush, it had always been his favorite sight. The boatman, a quiet old man, sat at the back, steering gently. He seemed to understand the couple's silence, giving them space as the boat floated through shaded patches of trees and open skies. They talked little, yet said so much in glances. Arv reached out and took her hand. It surprised Mira. He hadn't done that in a long while, not spontaneously. Her fingers curled into his, warm and familiar. They sat like that for a while, hands entwined, legs brushing slightly. The river curved ahead, revealing a stretch where no trees shaded them, just open sky and water shimmering under the sun. Arv stood, his balance graceful, and reached for her. She looked up, confused. "Dance with me," he said. "Here?" "On the boat," she laughed. "Yes," he whispered, pulling her gently. And there, on the gently rocking boat, they danced, not with steps, but with closeness. Arms wrapped around each other, faces inches apart. Mira's head rested on Ariv's shoulder as he kissed her hair. "You're beautiful," he said softly, and this time, he meant it like a man rediscovering wonder. Their lips met, a kiss deep, tender, and full of unspoken things. The kind of kiss that says, "I remember everything. I feel everything." The kind of kiss that makes time irrelevant. The river seemed to slow, the world quiet. Even the old boatman pretended not to notice. The kiss led to more, soft laughter, arms tightening around waists, forehead touches, whispering silly things, then not so silly ones. For a moment, it was just the two of them and the river holding their secrets. Eventually, the boat reached their destination, a small riverside guest house, tucked into a forest clearing, where they had booked a night's stay. The sun had begun to dip, casting long shadows and golden light. The room overlooked the river, with an open balcony, the scent of rain-soaked wood in the air. Inside, the room was modest but cozy, one large bed, white linen, a couple of candles on a side table. As night fell, the sky darkened to deep purple, stars peeking out one by one. They took a walk along the riverbank, hand in hand, bare feet touching cool earth. Mira leaned into him as he told her about his childhood dreams, about things he had never shared. She listened, smiling, eyes full of love. He kissed her again under the open sky, gently pressing her against a tree, his fingers tracing the curves of her back, her neck. That night, back in their room, the love deepened. Not rushed or wild, but slow, like the river. They made love like two people not just craving touch, but meaning. There were no distractions, no phones, no past arguments or future worries. Just skin against skin, lips trailing soft paths, hands holding tight. Mira laughed as Arav whispered poetry he didn't even know he remembered. He moaned softly when she kissed his chest, her fingers drawing circles of longing and comfort. They made love once, then again later, sometime after midnight, after lying tangled in each other's arms, listening to the river's lullaby. The moonlight wrapped around their bare bodies like a second skin. Between kisses and sighs, they spoke of dreams and silly plans, of building a small cabin one day near a river like this. They didn't sleep much that night, but what they lost in sleep, they gained in love. By morning, the river flowed the same, but something had changed between them. Not everything needs fireworks. Some love stories are quiet rivers, gently carving new paths. Arif had loved Mira for years, but on that boat, in that room, beside that river, he fell in love with her all over again.